Hello and welcome. This is X-Men, or True Believers, X-Men Rictor #1. Because we can't just have a simple name here. You can't have a simple name when you're talking about this True Believer madness. That's just not how it works. That's just absolutely not how any of it works. You got to make that name complicated. You got to make that name madness. You got to make that name literal and figurative insanity. Because, if people can just look and go, hey, this is a reprint of X Factor #17. It's of X Factor #17. Just by looking at the cover, then they'll go, oh, this is a reprint. I don't know why they don't just say something like X Factor Volume 1, #17, True Believer reprint. That is a way more acceptable, You know what I'm saying? That's what a name should sound like. It tells you, should show you. Bleh. I can't even English because it's got me so tongue. That's what a name should be like because it should tell you exactly what it is you're buying, you know? So Thor, as is written and drawn by the Simonsons, Thor drops Iceman off. He's apparently been battling Loki or something. And the thing I loved about this is the looseness of the art. It flows. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean, Elizibar? What it means is, you look here, he's not jogging, he's not casually walking, he's not even running normally. He's got this big, deep lunge. Totally how to draw art the Marvel way. Oh, hey, look at that. That's convenient, isn't it, Elizibar? Yes, it is, Elizibar. Thanks, Elizibar. That's your true. He was standing on top of some ink. I feel like an appropriate place to have him. Yep. Oh, look. Look what I have. Let's see what it says about drawing people's running poses. In here. Find it. Meanwhile, while I'm doing that, just look at this page and look at bottom right corner. Tell me what it looks like she's doing. How dramatic and dynamic that is. I don't know if this actually calls out running. It does call out throwing punches. You can see best poses, the Marvel House style, are the ones at the beginning. Like, they're the ones in the beginning and ends of the motion, not the ones in the middle. Most exaggerated motion. Most exaggerated motion is also dramatic motion. So you see that here. This is very classic. Modern. Looks like I might have jostled the camera a little bit. I'm sorry for the sway. A lot of modern writers and artists sit down, and editors need to sit down and look at that because that's how you make something look dramatic. When it's something as simple as somebody just going to go find other. I don't think I've ever run out of a room being like, I'll go find whoever. I mean, except when it was like a case of something was actually an emergency. But even then, I would probably just walk swiftly. Here, that's not dramatic. You have to do run. And the art style, I don't know if it's I'm trying to think now, like reading Walt Simonson's, or I'm trying to remember what his pencil style looked like. And I'm trying to remember what that Simonson art style looked like. And I'm failing. I am absolutely failing. Much to my shame, Ninja Weasel, if he ever watches this, he will absolutely be correct in calling me out for that because that is a failure on my part. But, but, whether it's his pencils or the inker, this art is it's super duper. It flows. Even something as simple as her going to the closet. This isn't just a case of the Marvel house style. Look how loose, carefree that pose is. You know what I'm saying? Art is loose, gorgeous, and it has motion, stuff. And anyway, this is a very interesting time to be picking up an X Factor book because this is when Apocalypse is running around being the big bad guy. In fact, Warren Worthington and everybody's at his funeral just got blown up. Okay? Funeral. It's the 80s X Men. What did you think was going to happen? Of course, it's die mutant scum. 80s X Men. But Apocalypse is here. He kidnapped Angel. And gosh, I don't have a very good Apocalypse voice. I, Apocalypse, kindle that anger. Scrawl my name across this world. Fire and blood. You know, Great dramatic speeches. You can see that A right there. Awesome stuff. This book probably ought to have been called like The Funeral of Angel instead of Rictor. Like they're naming these books weirdly. Rictor does factor into this. In fact, this part right here where this nerd is answering the phone, they're getting a message about terrorists threatening to blow up, built like all of San Francisco basically, and the X-Men have to rush. Well, X Factor, be correct. X Factor has to rush and get him. They've recruited Caliban for this, and there's Rictor. Look at him. He's, oh my god, I can't even show that page because it's making the whole book. If I let that go, the whole desk was going to shake, the camera would fall down, and there wouldn't even be a video anymore. Rictor's too powerful for me to go. But, you know, they get in there, they battle some helicopters. You know, it's a good time. It's absolutely good time. It's always weird for me to see Beast. He's not blue. I don't know if that was. I'm trying to remember if that was like a Jim Lee thing or not. I reckon it doesn't really matter that much. This was a fantastic book. $1. It's a pretty interesting thing on its own, but it's probably more interesting if you're actually connecting everything together because there's stuff here on either side that plug in, fill the gaps, and have connections through nice, awesome plot arc. But for $1, get your foot in the door for a late 80s X Factor book, like, this is pretty good. Now, granted, you can probably buy back issue of this, okay, quality, for $1. So I don't really know if the reprint is getting you that much. While I like these reprints, I'm getting kind of sad. Yeah, I'm getting kind of sad at the names because the names are just stupid. Just call it what it is. Unless it's collecting material from multiple books, which some of these True Believer reprints have done, it might as well just name them after what you're reprinting. Anyway, great book. If you haven't checked it out yet, you probably should. It's only $1. You can get your foot in the door and start reading some classic Simonson mutant madness. Yeah, you heard me. Mutant madness. You have a great day. Bye bye. And all that. Ciao.